You're now out of the group. Public Enemy drops Fear of a Black Planet.
No, I'm still there because I was kicked out and brought back. Because
Okay.
Chuck was searching his heart. We went through a period of time, cried together, walked together, broke bread together. And it was like, man, I know we're supposed to disband the group, but it's doing this, it's doing that. We got to look out for the people and blah, blah, blah. And I just had to understand that. You understand what I'm saying? But to get poisoned, shot at, tracked down and hunted, not going for that. I'm back in the group. Fear of a Black Planet is about to happen. I end up at Def Jam. Two little punk ass fucking white Jewish dudes wanted to talk shit. I'm like, man, I'm not that other dude. Who the fuck you think you talking to? I try to wrap that motherfucking typewriter around that motherfucker's head. I'm talking about MC Serch. And my argument with him wasn't about Jewish people. It was about him disrespecting Malcolm X and black people in front of the Audubon Ballroom when Malcolm X got assassinated. And I'm like, I stepped in the room. I'm like, the rest of these motherfuckers can sit around and give your bitch ass a pass. I'm not. So I'm like, so they called the police on me. So they called the police. And yeah.
You end up getting into a fight with MC Serch from third base?
Yeah, him and his little punk ass little sidekick. What a Pete, whatever the fuck.
Pete Nice. Yeah.
Pete Pussy.
Okay.
Yeah.
And they called the police on you. And at the time, third base was signed to Def Jam.
Well, we're at Def Jam. We're in a room.
Yeah.
We're having a meeting about the Jewish thing, the disrespect. Everybody's there meeting. And I walk in the room. I walk in the room not knowing there's a fucking meeting about me. That shit had violence written all over it, man. That shit had ass whipping written all over it, for real. I'm sorry. Nah.
I mean, how bad did MC Serch get it?
He didn't really get it too bad. That motherfucker got probably hit with the R key and the T key and some other shit, but nah, man.
Okay, so I guess I'm a little confused. So when they initially kicked you out of the group, did Public Enemy disband altogether?
No, they actually stepped it up, which I was shocked. I'm like, is something going on that I don't know about? I don't know.
Okay. So then you're back in the group, Fear of a Black Planet comes out, and then they kicked you out of the group again?
Yep. We met with Minister Farrakhan, had this big discussion. After that conversation, Griff was gone. And then, behind my back, this is 2016, so I'm not saying, I don't know what was going on, but behind my back, I ended up with a deal, a recording deal with Luke from the 2 Live crew.
Right.
I'm not a fucking rapper. I don't know what to do. This motherfucker handed me a check, thousands of dollars, and I got to go to Miami and record what? I was the Minister of Information. Guess who got the deal? Chuck D.
Who got the deal?
Chuck D. So you shaking your head like you putting these pieces together. Come on, man. That's a fucking underhand ass shit. Come on.
So it was basically like a severance package, saying we're kicking you out of the group, but here's this record deal, here's a few dollars.
Yeah, and we sorry we didn't use Vaseline, motherfucker, but go on about your business.
You're now out of the group. Public Enemy drops
Fear of a Black
Fear
Planet.
of a Black Planet, and then they drop what was the album after that?
Greatest Misses or I don't fucking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I kind of feel like after Fear of a Black Planet, things started to kind of decline a bit.
Okay, yeah, and it was. But can we just be honest? See, the spirit of it now is not there. Not to say that I was the totality of that spirit. It was the combination of people. The spirit wasn't there anymore. It's like the edge wasn't there. Like even when I came back, motherfuckers smoking on the bus, white girls, and what the fuck? Drinking. I'm like, God damn. What the drilling wasn't as sharp. You understand what I'm saying? The interviews wasn't as edgy. I'm like, what the fuck happened? They call it the militant era. Professor Griff was the road manager and
Okay.
kind of, yeah. That was the era that people really loved the edginess of Public Enemy. After I left, it was like, yeah, they're all right, but.
Well, how did you end up getting back in the group?
Me and Chuck being friends, having conversations, and to be honest with you, we were always talking to one another, but we couldn't talk to one another in public because everybody else hated my guts. So me and him would always talk. And one day I called him and I said, I'm on Long Island, come meet me. I don't know what to fucking do with an album that you set a deal up for me. Come talk to me, dude. You got some producers I can work with. I'm like, so we sat down and we talked and he said, look, I'm going to just tell him, just give me a minute and let me work with everybody. I'm going to tell him you coming back. That's when the He Got Game album for Spike Lee, after his ass threw me under the bus, that's when that whole thing came about. And you talking about hating Professor Griff? Whoo! I don't want to wish that on my worst enemy, bro. They hated my guts. And when you really think about it, for what? Talking about some fucking crackers? We always did that. Shit.
So after that, after the He Got Game album, you were officially back in the group.
Officially back in the group, but spirit wasn't there. Aesthetically speaking, I'm there. People see Griff. I wasn't doing anything with the S1Ws. I was just on stage doing my little parts. That's all. I really didn't. Yeah, I had no say so.
Okay.
At one time, I could have said, no. I was the main one that wrote the set list because I did the choreography.
Mm-hmm.
Nah. I'm seeing songs that I've never really liked and heard, and let's do this, and all out of whack, and yeah, I was just like, okay, well, whatever.
Right. Just wasn't the same after that.
No, it wasn't the same.
Right. And, you know, by that time, Public Enemy was not on the charts anymore. The music wasn't reacting the same way. It was a group who had classic songs, but they weren't pushing the boundaries the way they were before.
Yeah. Well, you kind of figure Terminator X had a solo project. Chuck D had a solo project. Flavor. Yeah, Flavor. and Griff. And out of us four, I probably had the most. Like, I'm on my 8th album now. I'm on my, 7th book, 6th album. So yeah. So it was just kind of, it wasn't the same. I'm there, but I'm not there. Yeah.